good time, don't you blame me. Yeah, this feeling I've got's making me crazy, making me crazy. So I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive.
Hey, it's Ben, Safe Drive Solutions, and we're going to talk today about whether or not a dash camera will pick up a license plate. Often people focus too much on whether or not to buy a dash camera, on whether or not it will actually pick up a license plate. They're really focused on this. A lot of manufacturers say that, oh, guaranteed to pick up a license plate, and so accurate it will pick up a license plate. So I wanted you to think about this. Have you ever gotten professional wedding photos done, or any kind of professional photography ever done, and they make you go and stand, at this professional place and outside in a field at, it has to be at 2:00 and you have to be north facing, and, and then they have their $3,000 or $5,000 SLR lens to take that perfect photo. We don't have that. With a dash camera, you could be driving 100 kilometers an hour on the one, and you have to deal with all the reflections and glare of all the different vehicles around you. So, just keep in mind that when you're looking for a dash camera, the main thing is to prove your innocence and prove that you weren't, driving recklessly, right? Today, we're going to give you a few videos for you to view. So we're going to start with one. This actually happened to me today. Let's watch it. So as you can see, I pull up to the intersection. I can fully see the license plate in front of me, completely clear as day. There's also a BMW next to me. I can see his license plate on the camera angle, and he aggressively cuts me off. That could have turned into an accident. Now, let's say he did sideswipe me. I would have had full license plate, would have had all the information. There was low speed, good sunlight outside right now, no issues at all. And let's say he sideswiped me, took off. I would have had all the information that was needed in order to actually prove my innocence if they did take off, plus the license plate. But the big thing the insurance company is looking for is whether or not you actually did something. Like, did you back into your house, or did somebody actually cut you off and, sideswipe you? Here's another one. Winter drive. Okay. So watching the video, are we really concerned about picking up license plates? There's no accidents, there's nothing going on, but the main thing we want to focus on is the dash camera is recording that I am staying in my lane. I'm not driving aggressively in speed. To be honest, I'm actually going 43 kilometers an hour in a 60 zone. So there's nothing wrong with how fast I'm going. It's showing that I'm driving safely. Now, let's say I veer off in the ditch and it has the information I'm driving like 80 in this 60 zone. Well, most likely that's going to be proof to show that I was driving a little bit recklessly, may have caused an accident because of that. At the same time, if someone hits me, it is showing me that I was staying in my lane and I was focused on being in my lane. So, critical thing. We don't have to really worry too much about the license plate. We need to worry about showing that we were driving, appropriately. We were staying in our lane. We weren't cutting people off, driving aggressively. Here's another one. This is just one I took of me driving on a bridge. Extremely bright. It was, I'm trying to remember the time of day, but it was beaming down. Very hard to actually pick up the license plates due to the reflection and the glare off the license plates ahead. Even if I zoom in, I might get one or two license plate numbers, but really, this car right next to me, you can see the license plate there. So, which is actually really good. The fact that I can actually see that license plate on the vehicle next to me. Now, nobody hit me, nothing like that happened, but it's still showing that I'm in the lane. So the importance of a dash cam doesn't mean that it has to prove that you've gotten a license plate. Okay, the importance is to show that you were driving the way you should be driving, right? So this next one here is actually from one of my clients that was involved in an accident. So as you can see here, full car accident, 100% not his fault, showing there was a green light. Did he get a license plate? No, no license plate was gotten at all. But let's say that that person who hit him said that he was running a red and that was his fault. Well, it would have been his word against the other gentleman's. But with having the dash cam video, he was able to show that he was driving towards a green light and the other person ran a red and hit him. That's the importance of having a dash cam, is to prove your innocence. A lot of people are focusing on whether it gets a license plate or not. Let's not focus on that. Let's focus on proving your innocence, proving that you weren't at fault. That way you're giving the insurance company information that's crucial. This last one here, this is actually going through one of the tunnels in Vancouver, and very heavy rain coming down. The rain's building up everywhere. No car accident happens at all, but as you can see, splashing around. Am I getting license plates? Not really. There's lots of glare in the tunnel, tons of rain. Even though it's not raining in there, it's all the rain that came into the tunnel. It's splashing up ever. Can you make out some of the information on the plate? Yes. We could probably zoom in a little bit and get a little bit of information. But really, at the end of the day, it shows that I went over a solid white line, which you're not supposed to, but I got stuck in a lane that I wasn't supposed to be in. That kind of stuff, unfortunately, does happen. Luckily, I didn't cause an accident or anything. Otherwise, it would prove that I was at fault for going over a white solid line. Okay, this is the kind of information that, if someone says you cut them off, causing an accident, that would be proof that I just caused an accident. I did something wrong. And you think about it, the main thing you want to prove is whether you're innocent, guilty, whatever it may be. That way you can just move on with your life instead of things getting dragged out in the courts. So don't focus on whether or not the license plate can pick it up, the dash cam can pick up the license plate or not. Focus on whether or not you can prove you were driving appropriately. And if an accident does happen, you want to prove that it wasn't you, that you got the information that somebody did hit you, that you didn't, back into the side of your house and you're trying to blame it on something else. That's the whole main purpose. Thanks for watching our vlog. And if you have any questions, reach out to us, text, email, or call us. We're here to answer your questions. And if you have a question, we might be able to make another video regarding that question. So please reach out to us.